What's going on, guys? Finally back in the saddle. Trying to get out, catch some of this good weather. I have not got enough riding in this year. We literally, I don't know, we've never even reached summer yet here in Canada. It looks nice and sunny, but it's 21 degrees, but the wind is cool. It's yet to really do the full summer on warm-up. Last year we had like 3 weeks of actual summer weather, hot day and night. Right now it's not even close. I'm gonna cram as much riding as I can into the next couple of months. It's now July long weekend, so Canada Day on the Friday, US has July 4th on the Friday or the Monday, so holidays in both countries. And I would have loved to have taken off for the weekend, but getting across the border, the lineups will be huge. Everybody going to see relatives and all that kind of stuff coming both ways, so it's just not conducive to go spend half a day waiting in line potentially. So today just wanted to get a little ride in. Well, it's actually not a little ride. I'm actually heading out to my cousin's place, stop in for a visit. It's a good destination. By car it's 90 minutes. For me, I don't know how long it's going to take. So it's just nice to be out. The wind's not like cold, but it's definitely got a cooler edge to it, which is actually kind of nice because the sun's beating on you and all that good stuff. Got my vents all open. Good to do some mileage. Hopefully it's not holiday weekends. Lots of cars. So there's going to be no following or no getting around them most of the time, I'm thinking. Pass when it's safe and all that good stuff. So coming up, I'm trying to recruit some help to get all the stuff done at the shop. We cleared out about 4 or 5 vehicles, and just gonna sell a whole bunch of stuff because honestly we went through a big turmoil with the shop. So for some reason the guy that owns the place was wanted to evict me so he could charge somebody else more money for the same shop instead of just coming to me, because I've been paying the same amount of rent for 5 years. So instead of just coming to me and saying, hey, I know it sucks, but the way times are right now, I gotta boost the rent and whatever, I would have said, you know, okay, well, let's work something out. Instead, he says, you gotta go, you got 30 days. I was like, fuck you. I was not a happy guy. And then after all of this shit, I find out the real reason. The real reason is he wanted to rent to a couple of let's say portly underemployed women to do ceramics in that shop. And so once I found this out, I talked to him. We agreed on a set amount for rent, and suddenly he was good and was going to rent the other side to there's another shop on the other side that's identical size wise, and he didn't feel comfortable renting to them after all. Like all this bullshit that I went through, I spent a week packing up all the shit in the shop, moving it all to a storage container for nothing, and then I turned around and spent every minute that I wasn't at work or asleep moving it all back. And then I had to tear the back wall of the shop out, moved it back another 12 feet. So we picked up some room as far as that goes, which is I'm good with, because I wasn't paying extra if I wasn't getting anything extra. So thankfully we got a little more room now, at least 2 cars worth, I'm guessing. You know, well, almost 2 cars worth in square footage, but the way it's set out, it's not so great. But hopefully I can get the Silverado project on the go. I've literally been driving that thing since November, and with the 5-speed, the only thing that's really wrong with it is it needs a new pilot bearing in the crank, and the 2.3 shaft is kind of noisy in it, but you know, it's not that bad. In fact, like, I got the 2015 Ram and I drive the Silverado because I like manual. If I could get the Ram in manual, I would have bought it for sure. Hoping to get that Silverado, get that 6-liter put back together here in the next couple of weeks. I've been do like a little time lapse in that video probably, where we slapping her all back together and get it in that truck. Hopefully get her all tuned. I'm trying to find a good deal on a T56, or honestly any good 5 or 6 speed that I can put in there that's brand new. I'd rather pay $3,500, put it in once and just be done with it, than spend, you know, $3,500 on transmission rebuild for an automatic, or I can get a rebuild on the current transmission for like $1,500. And I do it myself, but you have to have a lot of like $1,200 in tools and fixturing to put those things back together. So I'm not willing to spend that. So I could just spend it once and then I got it, but whatever. I'm gonna stop here for a quick break because I've literally just want to turn the music off. I got my headphones in and it's really distracting. These are light summer gloves, but trust me, you catch a rock in the hand and it's not fun at all. I've had to have stitches twice due to that. Peace and quiet. Thought I'd see more bikes out. Oh, there's one. What's that? Fat Bob? It's hard to tell from here, especially when I don't have glasses on. So I know everyone's free to do as they please, but guys, wear gloves, man. The worst part is you get hit by a rock off a dump truck going the other way, and I have the scars to prove it. And you end up with stitches. I got one in the knee one time. I thought I'd been shot. That was not a good scene. Ripped my jeans and everything. And man, that hurt. So hopefully, when I get up there, hopefully the weather holds out. It's not supposed to rain or anything today. There goes another little 500 Rebel Honda.
It's not what you ride, it's that you ride. I'm not a strictly Harley guy. I think everybody should just ride what you like and what you're comfortable with. 90% of enjoying motorcycles is just enjoying being outside. And you know, how bad can it be? You're outside enjoying the sun and the sky and all the greenery, and like I'm just dying to take a trip and just literally go down to Pennsylvania, jump on the Blue Ridge Skyway and tour all the way down to Tail of the Dragon, Cherry Hollow Skyway, all that, do all those roads around right there in Tennessee, camp out, just enjoy it. I long for the day that I can just do what I want instead of having to go working for the man and all that good shit. Just like many of you, I'm sure that the dream of freedom someday from and getting away from the daily grind is real for everyone.
Safety first, man. I went down last year for the first time in 30 years, and that was because I came around a curve and there's big sections of pavement missing, and I wasn't very happy about that, so I don't plan on repeating that adventure. So now, you know, it's a good thing, like this jacket's all scraped up from it and all that good stuff. Biggest reason for the GoPro cameras, I thought I'm gonna have it on anyways. I might as well start making some videos and people might enjoy them and that kind of stuff. But if somebody screws up or you screw up, or the original reason for putting it on is I rode a lot at night, and I was working midnights and I worked in a different town, city, so I had to ride about 45 minutes outside of the city. And there was a lot of deer, and I thought, I don't want to give up the bike just because there's a lot of deer out there. So I thought, well, if anything happens to me, I can roll the bike doing a 50 to 60 miles an hour. I can stop this bike pretty fast. You know, the brakes on them are like good braking system and stuff like that. So my chances of not hitting them, as long as you don't outdrive your headlight, was pretty good. So I thought, but if something does happen, I can always put, at least somebody will be able to tell what happened by having my GoPro on, and at least they'll have that recorded as to what happened. And they, you know, whatever it is, a car hits me, a truck hits me, a deer runs into the side of me and throws me down, and I just land the wrong way, and that's the end of that. But now I've instilled that into my kids to have a GoPro on. My son, in his accident last year, the GoPro died on him. Like, the battery died not even 5-10 minutes before. Like, he turned it on, basically rode about 5 minutes, and it was shut off. 10 minutes later he got run off the road, and it was either head on with a Corvette or go off into the shoulder. But the shoulder was really soft and had big tire ruts, so as soon as he went over there and the back end bounced up, hit him in the ass and threw him right over. There's a previous video about that. But anyways, he didn't have it on because his GoPro had shut off. So I always I carry extra batteries, especially if you ride solo like I do a lot. Like, I like riding with my buddies and all that, but I'm really one or two guys and haul ass across country, and that's my thing. If I could do it and had a sponsor that said, hey, we'll pay for your tires and a little bit here, and get like 3 or 4 sponsors. I'd literally tour the world, and I don't care if I had to sleep in a cornfield like that, or sleep beside a set of pine trees like that, whatever I had to do. I just think there's more to life than going to work every day and working for the man. Get out, experience the world, and see what there is to see. That's why I like to watch all the other guys on YouTube, because they're getting to see stuff that I just wish I could go see. And guess what? It's not even all about motorcycles. It's just about the scenery and where they are and the adventures that they're having. Like everybody, a lot of people get upset when the bike, if they have a mishap and like the bike breaks down, or you get a flat tire or whatever. But literally, that's what builds the adventure, is all the things that go wrong. If everything went perfectly smooth, you'd be like, well, that was freaking boring. So I had the bike out the other day, and I got out there, and on the 1-4 lane there, that's not far from the shop, I'm cruising along, and I'm thinking, man, this doesn't feel right. And I couldn't figure out what it was. I'm like, went around the corners, everything seems okay. And when I got to I was going to see my buddy Jeremy that I ride with quite a bit, and I've known him for a good 10 years now. And yeah, maybe I'll turn here and take a different route today. It gets boring taking the same way all the time whenever I go somewhere. And since we're limited as to how far I can go due to work and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, the other day I go to see Jeremy, and we're sitting there, and as I was about to leave 25 minutes later, I sat on the bike, and Jeremy says, I think you're getting a flat tire. And I look, and I'm like, wow, that's really low. So I had it was squishing down about halfway. So the trip to the shop was like, 12, 15 minutes maybe. So I just slowly, adhering to the strictest of speed limits and going around the corners very slow. Thankfully, these Avons are really stiff, because when I got there, you really wouldn't have known there was much wrong with the bike, or there was much wrong with that tire, because it still rode fine. It just felt extremely soft, and it felt a little weird in the corner, like a little skittish. Anyways, there was 8 pounds in the tire. So I filled the tire up, back up to 35, and when I took the airline off it, well, what do you know, the valve was leaking. It was coming out just as fast as if it wasn't even there almost. So I put a new valve in it, and she's held air. That was 2 days ago, and today I went there. First thing I did was check that back tire, and it's good. Well, a quick stop for something to drink. Drank a full bottle of lemonade, and didn't seem to have helped at all. Like, what kind of place doesn't have bottled water? Apparently this place. Make sure all my zippers are zipped and good to go before I lots of traffic on the holiday weekend. Everybody's heading here and there. On the road again. So down this road is the gun club that I'm thinking of joining. Is that a hawk? Nope. Turkey vulture. Saw a red fox in the grass here already since I got here. Anyways, just down this road there's a bridge that is now missing. So this is a road to nowhere. It ends at the river, which is actually Black Creek. So a dump truck fell through the bridge one year and they've left it ever since. So they don't plan on putting it back through. So the gun club is right at near the end of this and just off to the left. So I thought I'd tour out here. I don't want to really go down that far with the bike in case it's a beast to turn around. When I knew this little thing was here, so I stopped for a quick break. Get this beast fired up, rock and rolling. Carry on. Just heading home. Wonder who owns that land. That would make a great shooting range. Should have stopped and checked the sign.